slightly experienced candidate. The question is, what do you like to do outside of work? So why do they ask this question, and what should be the ideal answer?
Okay, so the reason this question is asked because the interviewer wants to check of what are your hobbies and interests outside of work, right? The second important thing is, does it in any way align with their organization? So let me quote an example out here. If I had to give a response, I would say something that I really like to do outside of work is sports. I love to go swimming, and that gives me a lot of relaxation, and I'm able to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Now, when I give this response, now the thought the interviewer has is, okay, he is going for a recreational activity which is able to keep his mind calm, right? So he's able to manage his work-life balance because it's not only all the time work or all the time with family. So he is able to balance things well, and that is something which really helps an interviewer to judge whether you are the right person for the job.
Okay, so mainly they want to check if a particular activity outside of work, whether it impacts or affects his work-life balance positively or negatively.
Correct. I think that is the right way of looking at it. They want to mainly see of what is it that interests you. So it might be reading, it might be anything, right? It can be like, I love going on trips. I love to go out on an outing. It can be anything where you're telling the interviewer that you're good with maintaining a good work-life balance.
So when you said travel, I want to ask you कि अगर कोई बंदा बोलता है कि I like to travel a lot, तो हो सकता है that the recruiter might think कि अरे ये बंदा तो बहुत छुट्टी ले सकता है.
Okay.
है ना? तो is travel considered positive or negative?
See, the recruiter also understands, and we also need to understand that anything too much is too bad, right? So if you're working for one continuous year and if you want to take a week's leave because you love to travel, what's wrong in that? But if you're saying that every 2 months so again, it depends upon the response. If I say that I love to travel and every month I love to go for a week to a place where I can just calmly sit and meditate, then there is a problem that this interview is gone for you. You're not going to be hired, right? But if you're able to put it in a way that, I love to travel and I just plan my leaves in a way that is not going to impact business, and I love to go and explore different places, that's absolutely fine.
Okay. So they need an assurity that your travel plans will not impact their work.
More than the assurity, they need a confidence. They need a confidence that yes, this person is not going to impact work and will plan things in advance. It's not going to be like one fine day coming and telling your boss that okay, I want a 1 week leave. I need to de-stress myself and I want to go to whatever XYZ location, right?
So no last minute.
No last minute shocks.
So there's this question that is asked of if you have had any disagreement with a decision that was made at work. So is it okay if I say a no, or do I have to say a yes and give a scenario which may or may not have happened?
Okay. Is it okay if you have said a no, or is it okay if you say a no? The answer is no. It's not okay if you say a no. The reason I'm saying that is because you wouldn't really have you wouldn't really come into a disagreement into something. You might have a difference of opinion, right? All the things can get sorted when you talk it out. So if you have a difference of opinion on a particular, so say for example your boss has given you a task, or your colleague has asked you for help and you're working on something, and they have a difference of opinion in the way you are working, but at the end of it is leading to a good result. It's you're able to do it much faster in a much better way. So in that case, you will have a difference of opinion, and if you have a difference of opinion, you just talk it out and you find a solution. Now for this question that comes in, the answer ideally should be a yes, that I did have instances where I had a difference of opinion with my colleagues or with my peers or with my boss, was when we were working on a particular project together. And while working on this project, they had steps A, B, C that they were following, and they told me that this is how it has to be done, and I was able to find a way in which step B was not required at all. It was only an excess step which was non-value added. Now, in such scenario, I was able to complete all the tasks in step A and C itself, eliminating the B and still leading to a good result with 100% accuracy. So I reached out to my boss and I explained to my boss and I told him that this is how it can be done. This is an easier way in which the whole process can be worked upon, and that was implemented across the team. So it became a win-win. So step B was a non-value added step. It was not required at all. So that became a win-win. Now this can be an example of a scenario of what really happened in terms of you having a difference of opinion with your boss or your colleagues, and you came up with a solution for it. And it became a permanent solution which helped the entire team, right? So yeah.
My disagreement has also needs to have a valid base, a valid point.
Exactly. You cannot just, I mean, this is not...
Disagreement for the sake of it.
This is not Indian politics and you're not in the opposition party, right? That you have to disagree to every single thing. So it's like your boss says that, you need to follow these 3 steps. You say, no, I do not agree. That is not how it is. It is mainly in terms of understanding what is the logic of these 3 steps. Is it necessary to have these 3 steps? And if not, can you eliminate a step? And is the result or the outcome still the same? The result or the outcome has to be the same 100% of the times, not 99% of the times, right? If the result or the outcome is the same 99% of the times, that means step B is a necessity. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you have found it helpful and insightful. If you have, do not forget to click on the like button and subscribe and hit the bell icon too, so that you get to know about all the future videos that we would be uploading. And do not forget to share it with all of your friends who need support in tackling interviews. All the best.